Alright, how's it going, YouTube? So today we're going to try to do some air tires. These are not the tires that I'm sending to Charlie. I got those right here bagged off. A couple sets to go to him. But just wanted to give it a try myself since I had the kit. And these are the ones that I showed in the last video. But what I did was I got acetone and put it in there and then just peeled the tires off and cleaned them nice and good. Not perfect, but that's why I'm going to give them a try. So we're going to try the Silver Voodoos. We're going to try to glue them. But first what I need to do is I need to put one of these valves in the hole on that side, and then I need to seal this side. So let me go ahead and do that, and y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to grab a piece of my electric tape. I mean, duct tape, sorry about that. And I want to put a little bit, this is just my way. This is me first time ever trying this. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue right around this hole here. And then I'm going to put the duct tape right over that hole. I don't ever want this to leak, being that I'm using air. Put that down there nice and sealed like that. Let that dry. Now what I'm going to also do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue in that hole. Fill up that hole a little bit. All right. So we got the hole filled. Sorry about that. Not sure if y'all can see in there, but that hole is filled. I have the glue on the outside. Well, the tape on the outside, seating good. I want to make sure that doesn't leak. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to seat each corner with a little bit of glue. When I used the acetone, it made that come off with no problem. But I know I'm going to have to balance these tires. I don't have a balancer, but that's what I got to figure out. But all right, so that part is done. Now let me flip it and put the valve in there. All right, guys, so this is my valve, right? What I want to do is I want to cut this piece off. I might leave it, I'm not sure. But anyway, the valve goes in there, in that hole. So what I will do is I will put a little bit of glue here around the edge. Make sure I get it all the way around. The first time, y'all. I know it's a lot of things I'm probably doing wrong, but that's why you're living your life. But anyway, I'm gonna push that up in there with a nice push and hold it for a couple seconds just so it's nice and flush in there. I don't have no problems with that. And what I'm gonna also do is after I hold it, let it dry for a few. I don't know if y'all seeing that, but alright, that's on there. I'm going to come around here and just put a little bit of glue on the valve tip. Just so there's no leaking. That's what I'm really trying to prevent, is leaking. You don't want that when using air. So the tighter I can keep this seal is definitely the better. So, bam, we sealed that up. We'll let that dry and we'll move on to the next one. So I probably won't even show the next one. Doesn't even matter. Just want to go over this, make sure all the corners are seated. Make sure there is no possible way that air would leak through here. So, alright, that's done. Let that dry and we'll get back to that. I'll just finish up the other side. No sense of showing y'all that. Alright guys, sorry about that. But what I am also doing with the valves, because I believe it comes like a little bit of oil on it, is I will take some alcohol in the rag and just wipe around it. Wipe around where I'm going to glue. Just and let it dry. That way it's a clean contact. So anyway, alright guys. Alright YouTube, so I got the tie up there. The glue dried on both ends. Everything is nice and snug. So what I want to do is I want to glue. I don't have tire bands or rubber bands or nothing like that. I know it's going to make a pain in the ass for me. But I'm going to still make this work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this backside first. And I plan on pushing in like this and holding it until the glue sticks. See, everything looks seated. And then I'll worry about the front. The front, I should just be able to push back in like that, open up my edges, and start to get that glue rolling through there, nice and smooth. I'm going to try to make this as clean as possible, so we'll see what happens. But, alright guys, stay tuned. I probably won't do the gluing on camera because then I'm trying to like do two things at once, and I really want to be precise with these, so y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, so just wanted to show y'all what I did. I took a reaction foam and used it as a tire band. So now, I didn't glue anything yet, but as y'all can see, the rear looks seated already. All I would have to do is at least push it in like that, let it seat real good, and that should be good. So I'm going to show y'all how I would start to glue, just so y'all can see. But I would open up the edges, my edges right there, drop that glue up in there, and keep rotating all the way around, and make sure it's seated every time I'm done. You know, get a nice glue bead on there, and hopefully I can get it to the front. I'm crimpling the tire with this. I don't know what a tire band will do, but let's give it a shot, y'all. You know, I don't want to mess up the tires, but that's why I'm taking my time and doing everything right. So, all right, guys. All right, this is how so far what has come of it. I'm still waiting on it to cure, so I'm still pushing in. I think I kind of messed up right here in that groove, but I'll seal that with some good glue. But other than that, I can just push down on it, either or. That's pretty much that. Then I just gotta work on the front, which I see is seated. We'll let them dry and go from there. But I think before I finish this, I want to just lay some glue around here. I'm gonna finish waiting until it dries, and then I'm gonna just throw some more just around here. Make sure that is good. All right, YouTube. So I told y'all what I wanted to do. I end up putting 2 rings on there from the reactions, and I just re-glued this whole end, that whole end beam. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me get it in the light real good. Just put a nice layer from the tire to the rim just to seat it, and I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna just start working on the other one. All right, YouTube. So I got both of my tires in the rear drying. So I got the tire, the foams from the reactions sitting on the outside, just holding it. And then when I'm done, I will redo the front. The front is already seated nice, but I want to give it a nice seal like that. Same with this side. Got a nice seal in the rear. When that dry, I'm going to hit the front real nice. Go around it real one time. That way everything is nice and seated. So I'm going to just let that sit for a while. I'll get back to y'all once it's dry. All right, YouTube. So I put air in this tire. I want to see if it holds. It's not fully cured, but I want to just see if it holds. We'll go from there and see what happens. Also, I'm gonna do this one on camera. Hold on a second, guys. That one we might have to wait because I put some extra glue on there. Alright, this one we're just gonna take off. See what happens. That's how the tire mainly look when you're done, from what I've been seeing. But once I put air in it, it should be alright. That'll come off with the first layer. I'm not worried about that. But anyway, this is how the tire looks when you first take off the whatever bands or whatever you're using. This is the first time me doing it, so that's how it looked to me. We gotta pump some air up in here. Show you how the tire is actually taking air. Set it at 80, take it out, just let it sit, see if it holds its air. This one so far, ooh, this thing looks perfect. Looks good so far. to see how it holds up and go from there. So I'll probably leave it for like 24 hours. So I'll probably do an update in another video. But these are the silver Voodoos. I'll definitely be running these. I'm gonna check the pressure in it. It was at 80 where I left it, so we'll fill it up to 80. I won't be running it at 80, but that's what we'll fill it up to. It's above 80, so when I push that back in there, hopefully it's still there, and that's what we'll test in another video. But for right now, I think I did a pretty good job for my first try. I would like to seat better. Everything's sat great except to me for like right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. From right here to right here. I think it could have been more better, but we'll see if it holds up. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Let's see what happens. We'll see in the future what happens.